and welcome to Imagine This Stories. I'm so glad you're here. Today, you're going to hear a blast from the past, and you're going to love it. So sit back, relax, kick off your shoes, and for the next few minutes, imagine this. A small bird, a big boat, and a lot of water. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Would you want to be able to turn invisible? Would you want to be able to read people's minds? Would you want to be able to fly? If you answered yes to the last one, you're in luck. Today, you are going to imagine what it would be like to fly. Imagine the sun is coming up. You're outside and its warm rays feel so good. You stretch, and you let out a little coo. You use your beak to fluff your lovely white feathers. Oh, did I forget to tell you that you're a bird? Sorry about that. You're a bird. A dove, actually. What do you imagine your name is? I imagine it's Column. Now, before you get upset with your name, Column means dove in Latin, so it really does fit you pretty well. Anyway, back to our story. It's a long time ago. And, as I was saying, the sun is coming up, and you are a happy dove in your nest. You decide to head out and get some seeds for breakfast, and you see an old guy building something made of wood. You decide to get a closer look and check it out. You see some other people coming over to check it out too. You listen to what they're saying. "Hi, Noah. What are you building?" asked a woman. "An ark," said the older guy. What's an ark?" "It's like a giant boat." "Noah, why are you building a giant boat? And at your age, you must be like 500 years old." "I'm almost 600, said Noah as he dragged a large board across the ground. "So why are you building this, what's it called?" "Ark. Why are you building an ark?" "In case you haven't noticed," said another guy, "there's no water around here." You nod your dove head in agreement. There isn't much water around. I mean, there's some wells and maybe a stream or two, but that's about it. "I know," said Noah, "but God told me to build it, so I'm gonna build it." "Why did God tell you to build it?" the woman asked with a confused look on her face. Noah replied, "Because God's going to send a lot of water. So much so that the only way anyone can survive is if we're on the ark. You're more than welcome to join." The woman laughed and kind of snorted. "You're crazy," she said. Then she and the man with her walked away, leaving Noah to his work. And you flapped away, thinking this Noah guy, well, is kind of crazy. You find some seeds and then hang out with some of your dove friends. Time goes by, and every few days you go and check on Noah. Before long, it looks like his ark is done. And let me tell you, it is big. No, not just big. It's huge. Actually, can you think of a word that means like super crazy big? Well, whatever word you thought of, that's how big it is. You fly to get a closer look. Noah and his wife and his 3 sons seem to be carrying things into the ark. Food and clothes and straw and baskets full of you don't know what. You notice that the ark has some windows up top, and you flap over to check them out. Just as you're about to fly inside, one of your dove friends calls out, "Hey, Column, what are you doing?" "I'm checking out this ark." "Why?" "Because I want to see what it looks like." "Why?" "Because I've been watching Noah build it, and I think it's about done. And don't ask me why again," you say. "What?" "Oh, wait, never mind," your friend mutters. All of a sudden, your friend lets out a squawk. "What's wrong?" you ask worriedly. "I think I just saw 2 snakes go into the ark." "You know, I do not like snakes." You stick your head in the window and look around. You don't see any snakes, but you do see 2 lions, and you let out a squawk. You and your friend quickly fly away from the ark, really quickly. Did you know you can fly over 40 miles per hour? As you are flying oh so fast, you look down and notice something really strange. What do you imagine it is? It's animals, lots and lots of animals walking towards the ark. There are big animals and small ones that crawl and slither and run. You find a tree and catch your breath. What do you think's going on? You ask your friend.
I have no idea,
Your friend answered in a bewildered tone. Why are the animals fighting each other?
I have no idea,
Your friend answers in a bewildered tone. Your red bird eyes get really big as you see all the animals walking up the ramp and into the ark. Something super strange is happening here. Should we go check it out, you ask?
I have no idea,
Your friend answers in a bewildered tone. Now you give your friend a look.
I guess we can check it out,
Your friend says. You both fly back to one of the windows and peek inside. All of the animals are moving around to different areas of the ark. Noah and his family seem to be directing them. If you had eyebrows, you would have raised them in confusion, but you don't, so you just look confused. You stay there for hours watching the craziness that is happening below you.
We should get going, Your friend says. It's almost time for bed.
What are you talking about? It's the middle of the day.
Then why is it getting so dark?
You hadn't noticed until now, but the sky is getting darker in the middle of the day. What is going on, you wonder? Noah and his family are sitting in the ark. Let's see, there's Noah and his wife. Then there are their 3 sons, Ham, that's a funny name, Shem, and Japheth, and their wives. No one else. Well, no other people. There are lots of animals.
Why are they just sitting there?
Your friend asks. You shrug your dove wings into an I have no idea pose.
Well, are they at least going to close the door?
You look down and see that while the door is open, it's slowly starting to close. You look at your friend. How is that happening? You squawk. Your friend just stares at it with big, red, round eyes.
Hey, stop that!
Your friend says. Stop what? You ask.
You just hit me.
How could I have hit you? I'm way over here.
Well, something hit me. Ouch! It happened again.
What do you imagine is happening? If you said it's starting to rain, you are correct. Drip, drip, drop. The rain falls, slowly at first, and then faster and faster. You look at your friend and nod toward the ark. It's either stay here and get wet, or go inside and stay dry.
Well, as long as we aren't near any snakes.
You both go inside and find a rafter up top to perch on. The rain continues to fall. Water comes up from the ground. Before long, you can't see anything but water. No dirt or grass or trees or hills. Just water. It rained for a long time, like a really long time. And then, one morning, when you think it might never stop raining, you notice something has changed. What do you imagine that is? If you said there's no more pitter-patter sound above your head, it stopped raining, you're correct.
How many days do you think it's rained?
Your friend asks you. Now, while you are a smart bird, you have not mastered the ability to count higher than the number 3. Maybe it's rained for 3 days, you answer. The truth is, it's been raining for 40 days and 40 nights.
I guess we can finally leave the ark now,
Your friend says. You both fly to a window. What do you imagine you see? Water. Nothing but water. I guess we have to wait a few days before we can leave, you say. So you wait. And you wait, and you wait, and then you wait.
How many days do you think we've been waiting?
Your friend asks you. Maybe 3, you answer. But it has been much longer than 3 days. You have been sitting on the ark for 150 days after the rain had stopped. What's going on down there? You ask your friend. You both look and you see Noah picking up a bird that is in the ark with you. It's a raven. You like ravens well enough. They're supposed to be super smart. Some of them can even say human words. But they also do weird things like roll around on ants. So you wonder, just how smart can they be? Noah carries the raven over to a window and tells him to fly around. The raven's gone for a long time. Maybe he's found land. Do you imagine he has? No, never mind. He's back. Another week passed, even though you thought it was only 3 days. Noah is walking around and looking up at the rafters. He's looking at you. He's motioning for you to come down. You look at your friend, and he's sleeping. So you glide down to Noah. Noah gently scoops you up and carries you to a window and encourages you to fly around. Wow, it feels so good to be out and about. There's still a lot of water. So much water, you can't even find a place to land. After about an hour or so, you come back to the ark. Noah looks disappointed. You go back up to the rafters. Your friend is still asleep. 7 more days pass. Noah again motions for you to come down. You know the drill, so you head down and fly out the window. After a little bit, you see something. You fly closer to investigate. What do you imagine it is? It's a tree. Well, at least the top of a tree. And it has little green things growing on it. What are those? Oh, right, they're leaves. It's been so long since you've seen one, you almost forgot. You grab a leaf and take it back to the ark. Noah looks much happier today. I guess he knows the water is finally going down. Another week passes before Noah motions for you to come down again. You're excited to see some more leaves, so you swoop down. Once outside, you're so happy. There are trees and bushes. You decide that you are done with that ark, and you begin to look for a place to build your nest. After 3 days, this time it really is 3, you have your nest just the way you like it. You settle in and look back at the ark. Everyone is still inside. You wonder how long they will stay in there. You miss your friend and all the other animals, although you don't miss the smell. It was getting pretty stinky in there. Even so, you hope they'll all come out soon. A month later, and the door of the ark opens. You sit up in your nest. After a few minutes, you see animals. So many animals running out of the ark. They are so happy to be on the ground. They roar and bark and slither and meow. You see your friend. You wave your wing, and soon the two of you are back together again. Noah and his family walk out of the ark. They look extremely grateful to be out of that boat. Noah makes a pile of rocks and prays to God, thanking him for keeping them safe. God then fills the sky with colors. It's a beautiful rainbow. It is God's way of saying he will never flood the earth again. You try and smile, but it doesn't really work with a beak. So you smile on the inside, grateful to God for keeping you safe and for the rainbow promise God made, because you know God always keeps his promises. The end. I hope you liked today's story. Want to hear something cool? Did you know that Noah's Ark was around 510 feet long? That's like 1.5 football fields, or as long as 3 NASA space shuttles all lined up. And not only was it long, but it was tall too. It was taller than a 4-story house, over 50 feet off the ground. That is a big boat. If you are hearing this message, you've listened to the entire episode, and for that, I want to say thank you. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Imagine This Stories. If you want to read the story of Noah and the Ark for yourself, you will find it in your Bible, in the book of Genesis, chapter 6. And if you don't have a Bible, reach out and I'll get you one. Please leave me a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and share this podcast with others who you think might enjoy it. If you have any questions about today's story or just want to say hello, please find me on Instagram and Facebook at Imagine This Stories. Have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you soon as we imagine this.